We are on Meilah Perek Gimel, Mishnah Vav. You might have noticed, you're going to notice that this is a new format. I'm trying a new website. This is a website called alhatorah.org, and it's the Mishnah version of Al HaTorah. And it offers a lot of the things that I enjoy, which is the Nikud, and also in the Bartanura on the side, it has a Nikud and the Bartanura on the side as well. And so I can put myself in the corner and see the text as we're reading it. So if you don't mind letting me know if that works for you, you can email me or send me a WhatsApp if you're on our WhatsApp group. Let me know if the text is better for you or worse for you, and how you're reacting to this text. Or maybe we'll go back to the other text, which looks more like this. I guess the text would be bigger. Maybe I can make you have a little bit of control. You can make it bigger. Let me know if it works for you. It says the Mishnah. If you have somebody made something hegdish, and it was ra'ila mizbeach, it would offered on the you could offer it on the mizbeach. Okay, but not the bedek habayit, meaning it's not right for bedek habayit. It's not right for can't be used as something that's for the Beit Hamikdash, or the bedek habayit the mizbeach. It's good for bedek habayit, the construction of the Beit Hamikdash, but not the mizbeach. Or lola mizbeach v'lola bedek habayit, or you give it to hegdish, but they can't use either one. But I guess it has monetary value. Nonetheless, mo'alimbo. There is such a thing as Meilah, and we're gonna see which is which. Ketzad higdish bor malei mayim. Okay, if a person has a bor, he has a well full of water, or ashpa malei zevel, or you have an ashpa is like a dung heap, malei zevel full of manure. Shovach malei onim, a dovecote full of doves. Okay, ilan malei peirot, or a tree full of fruit. Sadeh malei asabim, a field full of grasses. Mo'alim behem. Then there's Meilah both for the items themselves, if you benefit from them, and also its content. So look at each one, and we'll try to figure out which category that's in. Okay, bor malei mayim, the Bartanura says it's the goof, the bor is the bedek habayit binyan. Maybe they need a well in order to hold stuff or to mix cement or whatever. Okay, but not ra'il mizbeach, because you can't do nisach mayim without mayim chayim, without running water. So the bor malei mayim, the bor that's Ra'ui the bedek habayit, but not lemizbeach. So I'm going to put that in there. Okay. Ra'ui lemizbeach. Ra'ui the bedek habayit lemizbeach. Let's paste. And hope that it copied well. There we go. Bor malei mayim. Okay. Ashba male'a zevel. That is a dung heap. That's neither. Okay. That's neither bedek habayit. You can't use the bedek habayit. They don't need your dung in the mizbeach. So that's neither mizbeach or bedek habayit. What's another one? Shovach malei onim, the dovecotes. That's for the mizbeach and not for the bedek habayit. They can use the doves, but they don't. That's only for the mizbeach and not bedek habayit. What about the other ones? Ilan malei perot and sadeh malei asabim. Bartanura says ilan malei perot, the tree full of fruit, is good for the bikurim. So that's the migdash. That's the mizbeach and not for the bedek habayit. So mizbeach and not bedek habayit. That's ilan malei perot. I'll just fill it in myself. Okay, perot. And then the last one we had was sadeh malei asavim is not neither. Sadeh malei asavim is lo mizbeach and not bedek habayit. Okay, so because what are they going to do with the grasses and the mizbeach and the Beit Hamikdash? So it's only what that means is lo mizbeach lo bedek habayit means it's only kedushat mamon. Kedushat. It's not physically to be used, but it's monetary value. And that monetary value, the Beit Hamikdash is very happy to take the monetary value and use it. And let's go back to the Mishnah. The Mishnah continues. So that's all the things. Then mo'alim bahem u'mashe b'tocham, both them and that which is inside of them. Aval, but imigdish bor. If you sanctify, you say, I want to give my well, its empty well, to the Beit Hamikdash, and then it's filled with water. Ashpa, if you gave your dung heap, but it doesn't have dung in it, and then it filled with dung. People just filled it up. Shovach, you gave the dovecote, and then the bird settled in there. Ilan, the tree, you gave the tree the Beit Hamikdash, and then the fruit grew. Sadeh, a field, and then the grasses grew. Mo'alim bahem, ve'en mo'alim b'mashe b'tocham divrei Rabbi Yehuda. There's Meilah in them, and there isn't Meilah on that which is in it. So says Rabbi Yehuda. Okay? So Rabbi Shimon, or Rabbi Shimon says, some say it's Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Shimon says, I agree with all of that except if you made hegdish, the field and the tree, then mu'alim behem u'bigidulayim. Then the things that are growing, you know that the tree is going to grow fruit, and you know that the field is going to grow grasses. Because the growth of hegdish, as opposed to like the the dovecote or whatever, or dovecote where the doves come from outside, or the manure comes from outside. Okay, next case. Mishnah says, Vlad me'useret lo yinak me'useret. Let's say you have a me'useret. You have an animal that's ma'aser behema, and then it gives birth. Or even more to the point, it gives birth before it became ma'aser. It had a baby, and then it's a female, and then it became ma'aser. So it's been nursing its animal. So lo yinak mina museret. It can no longer nurse the museret because now it's ma'aser. It's ma'aser behema. You can't benefit from the ma'aser. And the vlad is chulin because the vlad was born before. V'acherim mitnadvim ken. So others are mitnadvim. Mitnadvim means they voluntarily give for it. So some say, there's a bunch of different explanations of what that means, but the Bartanura quotes the Rambam. He says, the Rambam says, and we'll go and he says what it doesn't mean, okay? The Rambam says, Acherim bin Dadvim, Mishadidvo Nodvo, someone who's very giving of heart, Aminadev Chalav Lahanik Ben HaMeuseret U Ben HaMukdashim. He would be Mitnadev to give so that the animal, from the Ma'aser, and we'll see in a second, let's read the rest of the Mishnah in a sense. Vlad Mukdashim, same is true. An animal that had a vlad, and you made it Hegdish. So now it can't nurse. Lo yinak mina mugdashim. It should not nurse from mugda hegdesh. V'acherim mitnadvim ken. And others, so says the Rambam, others voluntarily are mitnadev, are giving in order so that the animal could nurse from their mother. Now, just to say, some have a problem with the Rambam. What's the mitnadvim? What are you giving? Meaning, like, it's this guy's animal. It's his chulin, meaning the animal that was born before it became ma'aser. It's not in the davar. You're not giving the behegdish anything. Because the one that's benefiting is the vlad, the child, and the child belongs to the owner. So what midadvim? So they say no. It's talking about a case where the animal was born after it became ma'aser, after it became hegdish, but it still can't nurse from its mother. But nonetheless, that's why others are mitnadvim, because it's a nadava, because the child belongs to the Beit Hamikdash. Last case, hapoalim lo yochlu migrogro shel hegdish. If hegdish is a field of figs, and you hire people to pick the figs or to work in the field. Very often what they would do is they'd say, oh, we're going to pay you from the field itself, or we're going to pay you for your work, meaning that's a condition of a lot of workplaces. They pay you for lunch. Okay, so they can't eat from the grogra, they can't eat from the field of Hegdesh. Rather, the Bartanura says that even in that case, even if there was a condition of work, nonetheless, the Agizbar, let's look at the Bartanura for a second. Okay, even if there was a condition, Agizbar noten lem demei mizonot mishal Hegdesh. He has to pay them from Hegdesh, but he has to pay them demei mizonot from Hegdesh. Normally we say there's an isur d'oraita of lo tachsor shor b'disha. You cannot muzzle the animal. You cannot muzzle the animal when it's threshing. But here, Bartanura says that doesn't apply. It cannot eat if it's karshinim or vetch horse bean. So if it's working in the horse bean field, you can muzzle it because that isur does not apply to hegdish itself. Let's see for a second. Yeah, I apologize. I'm trying to learn this new tool. He says Bartanura says even though. Okay, Karsina Hegdesh, even though it says Lo Tachsom Shor B'Disho, B'Daish B'Oilo Lo Tachsom. If you can eat the daish, then you can't muzzle it. Since it can't eat that threshing, you can muzzle the animal so that it doesn't eat from the Karshina Hegdesh, from the horse bean of Hegdesh. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning. If you have comments about the new format, if it's harder to read, let me know. If it's easier to read, if you want to know more about that website, rspolter@gmail.com. Or join our WhatsApp group, bit.ly/Daily Mishnah. Make it a great day.